it's Rebecca, and in this video it's gonna be something different I haven't done in my channel before. This is gonna be a story time. So this story time will be basically how me and my friend were doing the same person, but we didn't know that it was the same person. Like, we were talking to the same person, if that makes any sense. So basically, I was working at this place. I'm not really gonna say where I was working at, but I met this guy that worked there. Let's call him Peanuts. I don't know. So Peanuts was working there, right? And he eventually decided to like talk to me or whatever, and I thought he was cute. Like, he was cute, and we like exchanged names and we chatted a little bit for like a couple of weeks, and then he asked my number and I was like, okay. Let's get straight into it. So I gave him my number and we were talking, and you know, it was fun, it was cool or whatever. And then there's this other girl there, let's call her Crown. Okay, Crown. So Crown, she was telling me how she was talking to this guy, right? She didn't tell me that he worked there, whatever. So I was like, okay, okay. And she was telling me like how everything is going well with them, and I'm just like, okay. Like, and then I didn't really mention anything yet about Peanut to her because I wasn't really that close to her. I met her at that job, so it wasn't like I was about to just go tell her that I was talking to this person, you know. But eventually me and her got really close. Like, we'd hang out, we'd go places, hang out after work or before work, or the days we don't have work, we were always together, like, you know. So, and the more we were together, she would tell me about this guy, right? And the funny part was, like, she told me his name and all that, but I still didn't think it was the same person, you know. Like, she said a name, right, but it wasn't the name that he gave me. So, and I'm talking about Peanuts, right? So she would tell me his name. I didn't really ask to see how he looked like. Like, she would describe him, but I didn't think too much about it because I'm just like, okay, like, he sounds good or whatever, and if she's happy, like, I'm good, and if he's treating her good, then I'm good. And then at this time I was still texting him. We hadn't really done much of anything. I'm talking, me and Peanut, we haven't really done much of anything. We haven't even gone out, any stuff like that. So she then came to me one day and was like, she and Peanut, which at that point I didn't know that was, you know, I didn't know that it was the same guy. But basically she was like telling me how he was trying to do some stuff to her, like he was trying to pressure her into doing things, and I'm just like, oh girl, like, I was confused. I'm like, at first he was sounding like the perfect guy, and you wouldn't expect him to do that based on how he's been treating her, I guess. So basically I was like, okay, well, if he's doing that to you and you don't want to do that, let him go. Like, he's not worth it. It's not, I don't think it's a good, you know, idea to still be with him if you know what his intentions are. If you know that he wants to do that and you're not interested in doing that, why you still, if you know, like, you know. So I was just telling Crown, like, okay, we have to let him go if he's doing weird stuff like that, and like, whatever. So at this point I was getting kind of curious, like, who is this guy to be, you know, being disrespectful and stuff like that. But I still didn't really ask her, and she didn't really seem to want to like, I won't say she didn't want to show me a picture, but like, I don't think it ever really crossed our minds. Whatever, blase. So a couple weeks went by, and then she told me like something that he did. I was like, girl, no. Like, she told me, at this point they were already like talking, they were like going out and stuff like that. They were like becoming, you know, a thing. And then she told me that he was like, he got a call and like he left for like a long time and didn't come back. So I'm just like, okay, like that's kind of weird. Like if you come to see her, why would you take a call that takes so long? Come. And then she told me that the guy, after he did that, he just like left and really didn't give her a reason why he was leaving. So I'm just like, okay, but that's weird. Like, what is he doing? She's getting suspicious, and I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, that's so suspicious. Like, this point, I wasn't really thinking about it, and at this point, me and Pina, like, we were getting a little more serious. You know, like we were talking on the phone. We were like, we would meet up a few times and like hang out, get to know each other. So, you know, at this point, like, I think I was cool with who I was talking to. So I'm like, okay, if I'm having a fun time with who I'm talking to, like, she should also have a fun time with who she's talking to. So I was just telling her, like, okay, well, at this point, I need to meet who this guy is, because he's just acting suspect. And the other stuff that she told me, that I don't have permission to talk about it, right, like on, you know, and on social media. So I'm gonna cut that out, but just know that he was being an asshole. So many red flags, like I don't even know, and I don't even know how I didn't piece it together. I just guess I was being, you know. So I was like, okay, well, you need to introduce me to who this guy is, because I can really get like a good picture of who he is, because I'm just like, you're not gonna be with my friend and treat her like that, and she's not gonna be with this guy that obviously is being an asshole to her, and I don't know who he is. So I'm like, you know what, like, set up a thing where I can see him, because I'm just like, okay, he's not gonna treat you that way, and I need to say I need to put my 2 cents in and be like, you can't do that if you know what you know. So she finally made a day for us to like all meet up and stuff. And let me tell you, when I tell you that my heart sank, like when I tell you my heart, it felt like someone just ripped out my heart, because when I saw him, it was the same guy I was talking to. It was Peanut. And like when I looked at him, you could tell that he was shocked. Like, I don't know why he would be shocked, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he knew he was talking to both of us, but we all worked together, so I know, like, that's all I felt. Because I'm like, even to this day, I don't know 100% if he knew he was talking to both of us, but I'm pretty sure he knew, because he tried to, like, first of all, let me not go ahead of myself, but I saw him and I was so shocked, and I didn't even know how to react, because I'm like, I want to be like, why would you do this? Not just to her, but why would he be talking to both of us? Like, I feel like you're playing us. But I didn't know how to come out and be like, tell Crown that I was talking to the same guy she's talking to. So it was just like, when I tell you I didn't know how to feel, I felt stupid, I felt dumb, I felt confused. I was like, hold up, what? So I was just sitting there now, like, I was just awkward. It was awkward. He just said hi to me. He didn't say anything to me. And he like put his head down kind of when I was bringing up all the stuff that she told me that he was doing. And then after a while, I guess he got tired of like me coming at him, you know, even though now I know that he's the same guy I'm talking to. And then he was like, well, you would know. And I'm like, what do you mean I would know? He was like, well, those times where I was on the phone with you, so you would know. And the way Crown looked at me, like, what? Like, she was so dumbfounded. She was so confused. And like, I didn't even know what to say at that point. Like, I was so dead silent, because I didn't even know how to react. I was not expecting him to say that, so I was just like, I didn't even say anything. And Crown walked away, and I was like, wait, hold up. Like this, I gotta explain this to you. I'm confused myself. And she was like, yo, don't talk to me anymore. Da, da, da. Like, I'm thinking, like, she's probably don't know what's happening. And I don't even know what's really happening. So I just kind of like, I just let her go. And then I just like, I looked at him like I was so mad. And I'm like, I was telling him like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do this? Did you know you were talking to both of us? And then he tried to make this whole excuse. Oh, well, at first, I didn't know because you two look so alike. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure you asked us our names and we told you our names. And I don't even think we really look that much alike. Like maybe we're built the same, and maybe with the hair we have like similar hairstyles, but I wouldn't say we look the same. And mind you, it was during the corona time period, so we had the mask on. So maybe at first, like the first time he probably talked to both of us, he probably thought we're the same person, but I'm pretty sure after that time he knew we weren't the same person. So I don't understand. And like there's just a few things that if you really pay attention, you know that we're two different people. Like it's really not that deep. And I won't say because we're black, because he's black, so you can't act that dumb and be like, oh, because you two are black and da da da. So whatever, he tried to play that card on me, and I was not ready to listen to his bullshit. So I was like, you know what, you have a nice day. And I just never talked to that guy ever again. Eventually she was mad. She didn't talk to me for like months, but eventually we got together and I explained my side of the story, and we just kind of like started laughing when we realized how we're like both playing, you know, the parts and stuff like that, and how we didn't even know. We were so like worried about certain things that we didn't even see that there were so many red flags that we could have easily like fixed and be like, yo, I could have been like, okay, I could have thought about a time when he was on the phone. He was on the phone with me, and when he left, he came to see me. But the fact that we didn't know it was the same person, it didn't click. We're thinking, dang. Like I was thinking, okay, I'm talking to this guy. She's thinking, damn, why is this guy acting funny? Yeah, it's the same guy, okay? And I'm glad that we both got ourselves out of that situation, because regardless, he was an asshole. Regardless, even if he was just talking to me, he was still an asshole. And even if he was talking to her, he was an asshole, like an asshole, period. Like that's it. So that's why I say guys out here are just trying to play people and try to make it seem like we're dumb. Like we're not dumb. Like eventually you're gonna get caught and you're gonna look stupid. I don't understand why he tried to make it seem like he tried to make excuses for what he was doing. But we eventually stopped working there because it was just weird. Because like he was just weird, really weird. So we stopped working there. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this story time, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below any other story times or questions that I might have a story to, and I can make more story times so you guys have a